as we're going down the list, pretty much for this week and next week, yeah, I've been doing some things, and those things have been kind of, not questionable, but I was wondering if I really should be doing them, but I think I might. Though to Curious Birthmark, by the way, I think that was character-specific perks. If it's not, so be it. It's not the worst thing, but I really should start remembering this stuff. Curious Birthmark, Haru, into this. And I know I may have done a Haru run already, but let's put it in the... let's sort it as we get into though to Curious Birthmark, character-specific Haru. We'll sort it into a real section, even though this is probably going to be the start of an actual playlist. So, Takshi-san, Charisma Light, second Dexterity Knowledge. Do I want to... No, I'm Haru. I was going to say, do I want to do the Heavy Duty Flashlight? As I also try to correct things, so I've been changing things here and there. If you notice anything different, well, it's because I just changed things, so... Let's see if we can get it done. I'm going to do two... Oh, never mind, I lost the notes immediately. You know... Does it already say something that I was expecting to use it more than once, and then the one time I try to do so, I already lose the notes? I mean, anywho. And if I don't get the rumor soon, I'm just gonna leave it and just say my RNG's bad. But I did get it after about... I mean, it's not the highest chance that you see that, but it's not exactly low. If it is equally competing with the rest of the news information. Anyway, Flood, Bulletin, Hell, Coma, Sailors. Well... We'll take Bulletin, I guess. To repeat again, if for no one else than myself, the reason why you take Bulletin or Footage first is because they could possibly be the mysteries with the... Or, at least Footage has a possibility, but Bulletin is 9, 10 investigations? I can't remember the number. Even though I've been mentioning it before, I forgot. But you take that earlier so that you run into less enemies that have less scaling on them, which can add up. I guess we are taking the Heavy Duty Flashlight. even the shove, because differences in item random. Well, unless items are randomized, of course, which they can be. It does affect your run. I forgot which way I was gonna go. I'm gonna do school first, but let me just make sure. Nope, there's mansion as well. Well, thankfully, Bulletin doesn't have any mansion investigations. But anywho. Got that immediately, so it didn't matter if I looked for the rumor. But, yeah, you take Bulletin because you have less scaling on 10 different investigations, which puts you at about in like 5 different locations. So you could run into a lot of enemies, which, again, that scaling may or may not matter. I haven't worked the numbers exactly yet, but also, I should just History Club once. And we won't do that. Otherwise, we're going to smoke cigarettes now. And hope for the best. And then same thing for Footage where you're stuck in the forest. But kind of, even though you're stuck in the forest, some people don't mind it because, again, instinctually you have, or, even if you don't know, you do get encounter lockout. I mean, you can still run into 3 encounters there, but for me, it's more that the events are bad, and that's the second part of it. Mysteries you take later, you could just be in a bad way, and your stamina and reason are low, and if you're stuck in a location as in for Footage, or if you are, say, in nice luck check, by the way. It was a fair one, but if you're stuck in Bulletin here, again, it's more the encounters, but events can also play a part. On top of town effects hurting you, so... so you would rather do that earlier rather than later, that way you can better gauge you can predict what's going to happen to you. Which is a point I want to bring up in the tips video, but I'm still, as I need to do the forest again, I still need to sort all the information, considering what may or may not happen in the future, because things may or may not change. But I think the core ideas I want to go through, even though I should be giving out specific and or concise tips, they also need to be timeless, so, you know. Yeah, so with the Heavy Duty Flashlight, Nicotine Rush buff, and Foreknowledge, I can perfectly do this. I also get a bunch of damage, but can I brace into anything? I can. So we'll take 2 stamina instead, and get out of this encounter. Whereas if I Nicotine Withdrawal, I might even just have to run. But, anywho, double handcuffs, but we'll see if I even get to use them, because I may or may not run into enemies as well. If I get Upper Kingdom here, well... Alright, cool. That was also a fair perception check. Fair-ish. If you want to say 7, 8, or 9 are not fair, I wouldn't really argue with you there, but again, that's for later in the run when you might increase stats, but at the same time, you're usually increasing strength. You could increase something else. I'm not saying that there's no one who does that. I'm just saying, as I get, as my stamina hits 0 by holes, that I at least take strength, and I think a few other people take strength. I don't know if the majority do on Harbinger, but on easier difficulties, I can see people doing whatever they want because you can. So, I guess we'll do hell next. Unfortunately, because my stamina's so low, I didn't know it was gonna be that low. I'm gonna risk it. If I don't get anything, so be it. But we do need we do need some good luck. So yeah, for me, Bulletin, it's for me. In Bulletin, it's more a matter of enemies you run into, and obviously on your even on the third mystery onward. Second, you could kind of do Bulletin if you take footage, because my RNG is really bad. But there are other factors that can play a part, like if a threat level increases in a location, because that can happen. Yeah. Then that means later mysteries where you're in that location as well. It's going to be a lot worse. So 2 stamina. Let's see if I die here. If I die here, this is my fault. But the doom here is actually a lot better, so we're still going to do that. I actually clicked the top one. I somehow clicked the middle one. I mean, I don't doubt that I clicked the middle one on accident, but you know. Also, I should have. Well, we'll see. Max threat level in a location. Well. Do I get out? I don't think I do, because this isn't guaranteed. Yeah, only one's guaranteed. I would rather guarantee one, but maybe it's better to spread it out. No, it's not. So, I'm gonna do this and hope... Oh, we don't even win anyway. I should have thrown the flashlight in that case, but that was looking really bad. Not saying that I didn't try my best, I just thought for some reason I would get... I should have just stopped to calculate, but hey. Goizo Medical History, all perks, Haru. So let's do that really quick. Or let's do that. Set that up quick, but go through the run. So Medical History, Haru. Yeah, so what I really would have... I wanted to get more funds, but I wanted to get out quickly. Even though that doesn't excuse, you know, making a math mistake there. But, I needed cigarettes, and I wasn't going to get them with the amount of funds I had unless I treat. I could have treated for stamina, but I wanted to treat for funds. That I will say, because I was thinking it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have rested and just went to the tree for stamina, but again, I'm Haru, so... Knowledge, Strength, Second Encounter, Dexterity, Takushi-san, and Light. Would that have changed if I had been a different character? Yes, because Toshiaki... Well, and right now, the names I'm about to say are the quote-unquote better characters, but... Toshiaki gets Doom, so I would feel more comfortable resting even though I had Max Reason, because I have more Doom to spend, so I don't mind losing Reason there when I desperately need the stamina healing. Aiko is Aiko, but to realistically say it, if she had the heavy-duty flashlight, she would also be able to get actions in without needing to spend more Doom, and then thus I would feel more safe resting because I wouldn't have had as much Doom. Kind of. Because I really would have... It's not like I bought cigarettes as Haru yet, but you do have to keep that... I do keep that in mind moving forward as Haru, that I want cigarettes, while Aiko doesn't need them as much. Granted, she doesn't have the hard knock damage boost, but she still more comfortably gets braces into things, so Mermaids, Botanists, Sailors, Akamoto footage. And then Aika actually might have died there for me because, well, until you get a level up, she can't do anything. She's as she is, but that's her whole balance, and that's why she's less viable for me, because my early game is usually what decides whether or not I live or die. That said, Midasu Touch, by the way. So we're actually gonna cast this like 3 times because I want to use it. We still need a weapon, but fine, because we do have strength and we can comfortably brace. We can more comfortably brace with the Carpenter Hammer, especially after we get cigarettes. What I want to do though is, yeah, you know what? We even sell this. And we're gonna sit here for a moment, because I have 2 packs of cigarettes, and I can wait. What I won't wait for is my reason to go any lower, so... Mansion, Seaside, what was that, Hospital? Or, Seaside Hospital, or is that RR Max, AREOUR, max threat level locations. So, let's do, what was I saw something, but too late now. Because I don't remember my mysteries is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, this is usually a bit high, and at this point you might point out, well, Jordan, you spend a lot of Doom, and then you usually look for either having Akamanto and or Scissors, and or Flood. Which I won't deny, but at the same time, that's why you usually set Monument. Actually, I should use it now. Because even though it's been nerfed, and yes, one reason, or the faster scaling does hurt over time. I forgot to visit the mansion, but hopefully we get some good luck here. But I mean, that's why you normally enable Monument, and why I was messing around with Hardware Store, Illegal Den, or Illegal Den Monument. But when I thought about it, well, again, Hardware Store has your good weapons, so that's why you use it. Am I dead here if I do this? What do I get for this? I don't believe in that, that's for sure. 60%? I might as well go for it. I can try to heal some Reason afterward. And thankfully we hit it. But, yeah, Hardware Store has weapons, whereas Illegal Den, it does also have weapons, and I don't really mind using them, but the allies are too RNG for me. I don't doubt they work for other people. Also, since you also can't reroll allies in the Illegal Den. Who you see is who you see for that run. So that's another negative and positive for the other ones. And then Monument is obviously, at this point, you know, I've kind of, not figured out, but solidified the fact that if I'm doing, if the start of my run is like that, where I have at least 20% Doom, 23, 25, depending on whether I use History Club or not, I should take Monument, because the trade-off there is usually less damage. Assuming that I pick something up from either the History Club or do something else, like I'm Haru picking up cigarettes, then yeah, of course your Doom is going to be high, and if it's always going to be consistently high like that, that's a higher chance than hoping for Ward and getting Illegal Den. That's the kind of logic I'm looking for when people are telling me to do certain things here and there. But, you know, but if I find it out myself, that's why there's something I can say for people who wonder why I'm using Hardware Store Monument, or going, lol, you can just go Illegal Den Monument, or Illegal Den Hardware Store. And if nothing else, if you don't test things out, like, how do you know? So, right? That said, do I have any more? No, I don't. But I do, but I can store these, because I'm not going to do anything else. And I might as well grab that, because I took Outdoorsman, which is, you know, objectively a better perk than some character perks. And I also have a lot of Force Investigations. We also have Akamanto, but I can handcuff him. I can also handcuff the Mad Janitor here, but I don't need to, so... That's why this combination of mysteries was kind of astounding me, because they're all in town. With the amount of mysteries we have now, that actually doesn't happen as often. What also doesn't happen as often is I don't get the Haru semi-auto event early on in my run for some reason anymore. I thought I used to, now I don't, but even if I do get it, you have to roll, so... But at least, when the game gives me fair checks, I will pass them, because that's what stats are supposed to do. But, to talk about, I guess, to kind of tangent and go off topic for a moment, what I would normally do in a situation like this, because obviously when you're playing games that, you know, have a roll system in place, what you might do is, if you're, like, playing with real human beings, some people, I mean, that's not true for everyone. Some people might stick by the numbers base. Like, if someone keeps rolling, you know, ones, and the game keeps asking for 13s, then yeah, like on a 20-sided die, then of course you might give them it. But some people just work by the numbers and say, hey, you're just unlucky, which, I mean, I guess is a thing, but at that point we're talking about fun rather than the gameplay mechanics. And, you know, some people going strictly by gameplay mechanics or trying to meta is more fun than someone, you know, being unlucky, not having as much fun. But again, it's the definition of fun is that risk there. But what I wanted to say is, in that situation, at least for in development form, specifically, I would start giving the player a. And in fact, I do this, so I'm kind of outing myself. But you would start giving a modifier towards the player. So say every to translate that to World of Horror, basically how that would work is every time someone fails an event, you add a +1 modifier to their rolls, whether secretly or just in their face, you just tell them that. And then eventually that modifier is going to be so high that they're going to have to pass a check. That way it's also not... you're not going to investigate 99 times unless you're doing an endless run, of course, so that's why you would need to balance for endless. But off the top of my head... again, every time someone fails, you add a modifier, and as soon as they pass a check, that modifier goes back to 0. That's how I would try to account for someone who's really, really unlucky. Because there are going to be people who are going to be like that. And then we might even find out that I'm not as unlucky as I say it. Even though I say I'm unlucky, maybe I'm actually somewhat lucky. But, Also, yeah, penalty increases still affect positive checks. That's something that I think I've seen someone bring up, too. They're like, why does that penalty apply when I am, Why does that I was making sure I defeated him. Why does that penalty apply if I am passing or succeeding a check? Shouldn't that only happen when you're losing stats? And technically, I can stay by it because the more threatening a location, yeah, trying to get healing done is less effective, so therefore you may only heal 1 when you heal 2, or you heal 0 when you heal 1, or something like that. But at the same time, I wouldn't deny if it was a bug either, so if that gets fixed, I'm not... It only helps me in a Harbinger, so of course I'm gonna want it. That said, before we get price hike, unless we already do, I should do this. Also, I think I ran into my second encounter. Did I? I think I did. Over 2 mysteries, I had to have run into at least 2, right? Unfortunately, I don't think this is gonna be enough. We are going to get to the Crestfallen Mask. Does that warrant me doing this? I'm gonna actually mix them. So I'm gonna do one of those and then one Witch Tree. And I get branded. I mean, it's in the middle of my 3rd mystery, so it's kind of in the middle, but I still would have... This is still more damage than me going in to prepare twice, which is what I'm trying to say. But at this point, so be it. We might as well smoke them now, because we want to get reason healing done, and I can stack all of these up. That might be more than I need, but you never know, right? So, although I have seen, I don't doubt that 3 is enough to get you through the whole game. It's just, I just want to be doubly sure. Because watch the exact, I don't know what I forgot what says a Haru Bane. I forgot what the lowest roll for cigarettes is. I could just sit around for about 20 minutes and find out, but I messed up there also because I don't know why I did that. And now I took a broken jaw for no reason. Not that that really affects me. I'm not planning to cast any spells aside from Midasu Touch, but obviously I'm hurt, and obviously I get Irizumi. Now I get Irizumi. But you know, we'll heal stamina instead before moving on, because 8 strength is definitely more than we should need. What I'm worried about is my stamina, which I might need to Witch Tree for. We'll wait and find out, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to use it. That is much appreciated, but still. I'll take any Doom decreasing, but yeah, we need to Witch Tree here. And into Panic, but we're... The good news is that, yeah, with certain builds, you can ignore certain things like Panic, because you're normally not going to not prep with the Carpenter Hammer, which is what I'm trying to say. That said, I should be able to at least do 2 prep attacks. So do I get a prep strong? No, probably actually needed that point, but we should be able to do this as well. Yeah. So, we don't get another slot C item, and even if I did, it probably wouldn't be one I would need. 63% on my 4th mystery, otherwise we'd be at 73%, and that would be a lot worse. So away I go. Granted, the Midasu Touch, if I didn't cast Midasu Touch, I'd be a lot healthier, but if I didn't cast Midasu Touch, I wouldn't have been able to buy this many cigarettes. That said, would I have needed? Well, actually, I might have. Actually, it depends, because I know that cigarettes can do a 13 roll, which means I would only have 13 cigarettes, and if my last mystery was, say, Vigil or Bulletin, there's a chance I run out of cigarettes, if I'm trying to do other things. Usually that's not the case, but also you have to take into account if you have Takushi-san, which isn't normally a threat, but with nicotine withdrawal at the end of a run, anything could happen, so... Especially with the Carpenter Hammer, so keeping that in mind, or reminding myself of that. That's a good point to bring up. Still though, I think we should be fine, maybe. If Doom keeps increasing, we will not be fine, but until then... so this is actually 9 damage. I do need to hit this instead. So, funny enough, but I'm not going to take the risk here. In fact, I'm even going to trade... I want to trade Reason for Stamina. I might as well, because if I die to Stamina, what's the point of having Reason, right? So, we're going to do that. Pray, Desperate Action, Prep Attack, Prep Attack. I should be able to fit that. I can't fit that. Really? I have spells to forget, I guess, but that would have been nice. So we'll do this. Not that I need any of these particularly. Invisibility maybe, but I really should just be leveling up as much as possible, if nothing else. So yeah, and also, yep, there's the check, but you know, and to counter argue what I said earlier. If someone's going to die to RNG, bad RNG, they'll still get bad RNG. Although that's not actually the case because, like I said, if you put in a modifier system, eventually they're going to succeed a check. So it at least gives you, I guess in another game genre's terms, pity. But at the same time, is it really pity if you're stopping someone from failing over and over again? I mean, anywho. Yeah. So moving on. I could notice his face, but I think I can take him. I forgot to take out... I thought I got another pair of handcuffs. It's too late to take that out now, though. So, and we can't take 4 stamina damage, so we're going to do this. That actually might be more efficient, but we are going to throw both of these. And then we get close, so can we... No, I have to do this into... and then trade Reason for Stamina, not Stamina for Reason. And, yeah, I think now we can do this. If nothing else, it's things I could have thrown the branch and the brick away, granted, but, my Doom's looking a little high for me, so that's why I am, not going to do that. And now with Crimson Moon, I'm definitely not doing, attacks anymore, but, or attack boost anymore. What I'm looking for now are 2 items to throw away. If I have to spend, Doom in the History Club, so be it, but we'll wait for as long as possible. Yeah, we don't have a second pair of handcuffs. That was the previous run. Invite for a coffee and then prepare. As much as I could trade Reason there, I also forgot my second encounter. I really forgot my second encounter. Nice strength check, by the way. If I die to that, I guess so be it, but... rifle to the cupboard for a sewing kit? Yeah, sure. We'll keep going. Just in case it's the item I want to throw away. If it's not, well, we'll find out. As much as I don't want to throw the fire axe away and want to throw it at an enemy if I have to. Also, with the seaside investigations here, I could wait for... well, there's the Insmasu look, but I don't think it mattered on Timeline B. Otherwise, yeah, we'll do this. And then we'll throw away the sewing kit and the fire axe, because I would rather not fight the boss than try to throw the fire axe at the boss. But we're in Timeline A, so it's fine. I didn't know that, but we were. And now I need to get everything correct, although I'll take the moral victory if it exists. That said, I do need stamina as well, so let's go in. So we do the strength check, dexterity, light, which we don't have either, but we have more than enough reason. We have Takushi-san, second encounter, so we're taking a bunch of stamina damage, but that'll be before Takushi-san, which means I can desperate action him if need be. And yeah, the branded is also, if that is branded, I'm pretty sure I have branded as well, right? Yeah, I do, so that's... Yeah, that's been, that may actually kill me, if I don't get, especially if I don't get this right. So who was it again? It wasn't Shiro-san, well, was it Shiro-san? Botanist? It might have been. It wasn't the Obsessed Man. Might have been the Bark Woman. No, she was later. It was one of these two. Dream Salesman is in the Force as well. Fine. It would have been nice, but I actually died in that anyway. So one more Haru run for the... Haru's my main, by the way. Yogatag Fatalist, character specific. So this is going to be interesting. Fatalist, and I haven't done many Fatalist runs as Haru, but I do know that if I get scissors into Flood, I'm popping those cigarettes pretty much depending on my configuration of mystery. So Fatalist, Yogatag, and let's do our final run for this video. So, yeah, I did make mistakes there, though, in both runs. So, second encounter, knowledge, dexterity, light, second, and charisma. So, everything but what I desperately would want, which is strength. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm still going to do Monument Hardware Shop. My issue is, yeah, because if I didn't smoke my another pack of cigarettes in that previous run, I would not have had them for Takushi-san, who would have then done a lot of doom damage to me because I had Blood Moon, Panic, and the Carpenter Hammer. But I didn't have much choice in weapon. I did have a choice in using Midasu Touch more, maybe, but I died by stamina. So again, just speak of the coincidence. We are in Scissors. What timeline we're in? We're also in A. So Fishing Square. And I don't have a cigarette case here, but that's Fatalist, a baby. So we might run away from this encounter. That's a lot of doom, by the way, for Scissors. But into Vital Clue. All right, so this run wants to start me off. At least I know I have a lot of doom lost, but we're gonna actually eat this in the face. And then move on. So Square. I do not want these scissors. My doom is already high enough as it is, and I don't know if I'm about to do Vigil Bulletin into footage. So that's pretty much my the Nightmare combination. And I'm not gonna risk going through, however. I will still spend the doom there. And let's smoke these cigarettes and find out. If I'm in a town mystery, I need to hurry up and get this cigarette case. And let's figure out what we can do here. I didn't know what I wanted to say, but I do get 5 damage for -1 all. So you know what, Haru. Keeping in mind that Haru was buffed to this point, I'm just gonna take -3 all. I'm not gonna risk it. And then we do this. And yeah, we're out. Why did I take... Oh, because an event probably took away stamina. Fetid Fumes. So now we're definitely in a lot of pain. So hopefully we keep Bath. I know people have their ways to heal stamina or reason, but when you lose Bath and Fetid Fumes, just die, I guess. Because I don't know where else you're going. I mean, technically people use the Witch's Tree, but I personally don't like using it because it has... because of bad luck with curses. We will do School, though. And we are on Akamanto, so that's our breath of fresh air. But we do need another pack of cigarettes. Which is also why I don't like to use the Witch's Tree, but I might have to. I'll get my next pack from... Oh, well, I'll do that. I'll do that. That's what I'll say. I'll do that. We'll History Club once just to see. And move on. Again, 1 Doom isn't the most. I wouldn't like to, but just in case there's something good there. And we need another... We need 2 points of strength, because the Wooden Bat is not the best either. That's why I just remembered that. For some reason. I'll roll on this, but if I get a bad luck roll... I mean, I'll do it again. The chance of me missing both of those is quite low. Yeah, we need a weapon, so that's why I'm going to prepare here. Or I need a better weapon. I would like a better weapon, is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully I remember to take this empty bottle out. I say as I proceed to forget. Scissor Woman was also our second encounter. I don't even remember all of my lighthouse checks. I do know we don't have a straight check, and I think we were rolling on everything but the... Yeah, this is not great. I'm just going to re-roll, actually. There we go. That's 7 Doom for a Monkey Wrench. I'll take it. However, unfortunately, We need to start monumenting. It needs to ask for something other than funds. Okay, that's fair enough. Our doom is still quite high, but we do have the crestfallen mass, so I'm not the angriest. I would also like funds here as well. Thank goodness Haru has charisma, where charisma is used in more than a few events to get funds for you. That said, we're actually going to trade reason for stamina here, because Akamanto is going to be taking stamina away. We do have a lump of flesh as well, but let's not rely on that yet. So, yeah, strength, perception, charisma, pretty much my god stats. Knowledge would be nice, but it's not the most, it's not the thing I need the most of the time. Heavy duty flashlight being what it is, but it's still not the worst thing. So, let's get into this cursed toilet if there's nothing else. We'll take this empty bottle out, just in case we need it to either throw, but we will want to take a bath, if possible. I think I need to do this first. I might even do it twice. We'll see. What am I losing? Where did I lose strength? Why is my strength 6? Unless I'm thinking of the previous rung. Anywho. 8 into... No, that's not enough. This is enough, though. And I need to reach the handcuffs, so... There might be an easy way to do that. I'm just making it harder on myself, but hey. We'll actually hold on to the Crestfallen Mask, and hopefully I remember, because I've forgotten to equip it before. I mean, I'll still take the moral victory, but... It's not a victory, ultimately, if you want to be that way, and I understand where that comes from. So, let's find out. We are on Fatalist, so no control over what mystery, or theoretically no control. Whether that's actually the case, we'll find out. However, this is going to hurt a bit, because I don't have cigarettes anymore. I also don't have access to my storage anymore, but I shouldn't die to Doom. What I might die to is running out of cigarettes and getting under withdrawal. If that happens, I guess I'll run away, because I can treat that as the... In a way, I can treat that as I focus on doing this, as the Yo Got That penalty, I guess. Because Yo Got That can't reach me here. So, that said, I would rather throw the meat cleaver than the empty bottle. So we'll do that. Do supper. We get the long pig stick, so we have a bunch of stamina healing, but I would like to run into an encounter soon, because that would really help out. Also, that would also have helped out, but not anymore. Give me an enemy. I was about to say, the reason why I wanted to run into an enemy right now is because I'd still be under the effect of the nicotine rush buff. Can I get out in one? No, I can't. 7 into... I can get close, but I don't think I can. Unless I throw the meat... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to throw the meat cleaver here. If I had the demon mask, I would have not needed to have thrown anything, but I ended up not storing... Well, I didn't know I was going to be in this encounter specifically. It's something I should remember. On the third mystery, if I run into the Puppet Matron with the with damage... I think I have damage... I have 2 damage increases. Yeah, core strength in that, but that's not unbelievable to do, so I should keep that in mind. That said... yeah, let's do this. Because again, we have more Doom actually right now, because we have yet to equip the Crestfallen Mask. But now we're under nicotine withdrawal, and we could run into a, ooh, did I want to do that? I'm taking the risk. I have the lump of flesh, but still. Study the symbols, because if I failed that, I don't think I would have died. And even if I did, I would have had the lump of flesh, but we're fine for now, so away I go. Do I keep taking strength? I think I do. Even though I don't have the strength check, it's just a very good perk or stat. That said, actually we want to equip the demon mask, or I want to equip the demon mask. And the reason to save on these healing items is because there'd be more effective. They would be more effective stamina healing if I hit my max stamina, which is now 9. But yeah, so I'm going to take strength here, though, still. And into the damage increase. This sounds like, yeah, either Bulletin or Sailors. So what do I want to do? I do want to do this, I think, now that I have the Doom. If for no other reason than to avoid... You know what? Well, actually... No, I'm going to do it. So I spend less Doom here. We're on Timeline A. I didn't know that, but... We've done so. We've done what we've done. Do I have fetid fumes? I do, so... I need to find other ways to spend Doom. And theoretically, I didn't need to use the monument, but again, I didn't know what mysteries I was going to be in. However, I am still under the effect of nicotine withdrawal, so I completely forgot to do that. Fighting that would have probably been better than, we have price hike as well. You know what? I'm going to take a risk. I'm only going to buy 1 pack of cigarettes. We'll also equip this now. We won't need it anymore. We also didn't pick up a brick. That costs 1 Doom now? Am I going crazy? Anywho. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll also get rid of Frostbite, because our strength is important. And hopefully this lasts till the end of the run. If we have Takushi-san, I'll consider getting another pack, if I get the chance to. We'll also trade Reason there, because my Doom is reaching a bit high, going a bit high, even though, yes, 2 Doom is less than 3 Reason. Which sounds weird, but trust me, it makes sense. Yeah, we'll do this. A sewing kit would be much appreciated, but if I don't get it, I don't get it. But I'll take successes in events gladly. Oh, that's right, Seaside is an extra level! We'll buy them around. We're gonna be in the Seaside a lot, so we'll actually still do this. And move on. Did I used the handcuffs on Akamanto. Anywho. This, on the other hand, do I get out here? I'm gonna brace just to be certain. Yeah, and I do need 8 strength to do this set of action. And we're still gonna brace here, just to be sure. Yeah. I don't get into double encounters often, so I don't actually remember. I also need to hit this, by the way. Yeah, let's hit this. If I don't, I get... Okay, I was about to start talking about the end of the video, but thankfully we survived. We do have the lump of flesh, which I could have actually died to without using. So let me hammer that into my brain as I proceed to. Did I just? Oh, anywho, now we have to eat this. Thankfully, bloated does less to me. I did use the painkillers already. All right, cool. And we'll move on. 70%, 6th floor. Let me see if I have Takushi-san. If I do, I guess we'll fight him. We don't. But we only have 6 cigarettes left, so yeah, 3 is definitely not enough. If that was only 2, so be it. I think that was only 2. Yeah, that was only 2. I forgot my second encounter, that's for sure. My second mystery was Akamanto, so... Yeah, anywho, moving on. So our last mystery... Ward. Well, what a last mystery to get into, by the way. Where I may get a lot of Doom, is what I'm trying to say. But at least we have the sewing kit for as much as that matters, but we gotta hope for a lot. I'm gonna hope for a lot. I'm gonna start rolling RNG here. And, yeah, none of these are really helpful, but just in case we get into a certain elevator, I'm gonna take Outdoorsman for the luck increase, funny enough. We'll heal 1 stamina because our max stamina is 9, and we should be able to 2-turn this, right? There's no way I don't 2-turn this encounter. Although I think we do go under withdrawal, which is why I want to just run from the boss here. So we'll find out. We can definitely survive this run, is what I'm trying to say. Good. Is this better? 365.85. 580. It might be. No, I think Monkey Wrench is better right now. Well, I'm gonna make a choice. We're running from this boss, so it doesn't matter. Actually, we could have fought this boss. Well, now we can't, because now it does all damage, but... it still did stamina damage, which is the important stat that I don't want to lose. So you know what? Let's hope. That would have been 4% Doom in another update, but... Or in another reality, that too. Let the police handle it. We don't need any more levels anymore. Well, levels would never be unappreciated, but, yeah, I'd rather take that than stamina damage. And, thankfully we ran into this before we ran out of, cigarettes, but do I still survive this is the question. 10, 18. Yeah, this should defeat her. And we run away here. So we can definitely survive this run. I need to remember both my second encounter check as well, which I actually don't remember. So, if nothing else, this video is all about me dying to the lighthouse because I don't remember my second encounter. But there's no way we die to stamina because we have 8 strength. So, let's find out. We also have already equipped the Crestfallen Mask, but, yeah, the only thing that can defeat me now is Doom. So, let's actually... No, we fought Scissor Woman. So, Scissor Woman, yeah. Scissors was our first mystery. So, we should survive, unless I get the second mystery check wrong as well. But that should be... It should have been Cape / Akamanto. So, yeah. If we somehow die to stamina, I will cry. But it should be this, yeah. And now we do survive, although we can take the moral. I will definitely take the moral victory if for some reason especially if I fat finger a button. But hey, I survived the run. If you want to see another character, you have about 12 hours before I do my next recording, from when this video probably comes out, unless maybe not so. But otherwise, if you have any other suggestions for videos, tell me. Otherwise, I'll work on the tips video and other stuff. And I guess I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.